Across our planet, from frozen poles to scorching deserts, the extremes of temperature shape the very essence of life. Life thrives in a delicate balance with temperature, adapting in remarkable ways to survive and flourish. We, as humans, are creatures of warmth, our bodies finely tuned to function within a narrow range of temperatures. Our internal systems work tirelessly to maintain this balance, ensuring our survival. But what happens when the chill becomes a source of dread, a fear that reaches beyond mere discomfort? When the cold is not just a physical sensation, but a psychological torment? This is the world of cryophobia, an intense and irrational fear of cold, of ice, of winter's icy breath. It is a fear that can be as paralyzing as the cold itself. Unlike the simple act of bundling up against a chilly day, cryophobia grips the mind, casting a long shadow over the sufferer's life. It is not just about feeling cold, it is about the overwhelming anxiety that accompanies it. It's a fear that can isolate, that can cripple, that can transform the natural world into a source of anxiety and panic. The beauty of a snowy landscape becomes a scene of terror. Join me now as we journey into the heart of this chilling fear, exploring the psychological and physiological forces at play. We will uncover the depths of cryophobia, understanding how it manifests and why it takes hold. We will delve into the experiences of those living with cryophobia, seeking to understand the triggers, the symptoms, and the impact on their lives. Their stories will shed light on the daily struggles and the profound effects of this phobia. Ultimately, we will search for warmth, seeking out the strategies and therapies that offer hope and a path towards overcoming this debilitating phobia. From cognitive behavioral therapy to gradual exposure techniques, we will explore the methods that can help reclaim a life overshadowed by fear. Together, we will uncover the resilience of the human spirit and the ways in which individuals can find solace and strength, even in the face of their deepest fears. Join us on this journey of understanding, healing, and hope. Like most phobias, cryophobia often stems from a combination of factors, a complex interplay of genetics, personal experiences, and learned behaviors. This fear of cold, while seemingly irrational to some, can be deeply rooted in the subconscious mind, manifesting in various ways that are both complex and multifaceted. Deep within the human psyche, the fear of cold can take root in various ways. It can be a subtle, creeping dread that builds over time, or a sudden, overwhelming terror triggered by specific events or memories. For some, a traumatic event involving cold temperatures, such as falling through ice or being caught in a blizzard, can leave an indelible mark, forging a powerful association between cold and danger. These experiences can be so impactful that they shape one's perception of cold for years, if not a lifetime. The mind, forever seeking to protect us, may then develop an exaggerated response to anything resembling that initial trauma. This heightened state of alertness can cause individuals to react with intense fear, even to mild cold, as their brain associates it with past dangers. In other cases, cryophobia might arise from underlying anxiety disorders. People who are already prone to anxiety may find that their fear of cold is just one aspect of a broader pattern of worry and fear. This can make the phobia more challenging to address, as it is intertwined with other mental health issues. The fear of cold becomes a symptom of a broader struggle with worry and fear, a manifestation of a mind constantly on high alert. This constant state of vigilance can be exhausting, leading to a cycle of anxiety that is difficult to break. Furthermore, cultural and societal influences cannot be ignored. In some cultures, cold is often depicted as harsh and unforgiving, reinforcing the idea that it is something to be feared. In societies where cold temperatures are rare, individuals might develop a heightened sensitivity and fear of the unfamiliar, associating cold with discomfort and danger based on limited exposure and negative portrayals. This lack of familiarity can make the cold seem even more threatening. Understanding the psychological underpinnings of cryophobia is crucial for developing effective treatment strategies. By delving into the root causes of this fear, therapists can tailor their approaches to address the specific experiences and anxieties of each individual. By unraveling the web of experiences, thoughts, and anxieties that contribute to this fear, we can begin to untangle the knots that bind sufferers to their icy prison. Through a combination of therapy, gradual exposure, and support, individuals can learn to manage their fear and reclaim their lives from the grip of cryophobia. While many people experience mild discomfort or aversion to cold, cryophobia transcends mere dislike. It's a fear that infiltrates daily life, casting a chill over even the simplest activities. Imagine, if you will, a world where the mere thought of touching a cold glass of water sends shivers down your spine, where a gentle breeze triggers a wave of panic. For those with cryophobia, this is their reality. The symptoms can be wide-ranging and debilitating, from racing heartbeats and dizziness to full-blown panic attacks. Social situations become minefields as the fear of judgment and misunderstanding keeps sufferers isolated and withdrawn. The inability to regulate body temperature can lead to constant layering, even in warm weather, further fueling feelings of self-consciousness and alienation. In extreme cases, cryophobia can lead to social isolation, agoraphobia, fear of open spaces, and even depression as individuals struggle to cope with the relentless grip of their fear. The fear of cold is not merely a figment of the imagination, it's a physiological response rooted in our primal instincts for survival. When confronted with cold temperatures, our bodies initiate a cascade of reactions designed to conserve heat and protect vital organs. The sympathetic nervous system, our body's fight or flight mechanism, kicks into gear, releasing adrenaline and noradrenaline. These hormones trigger a surge of energy, increasing heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing rate, all essential for preparing the body for action in the face of a perceived threat. Blood vessels in the extremities constrict, diverting blood flow to the core, keeping vital organs warm at the expense of fingers, toes, and skin. Shivering and involuntary muscle contraction generates heat to counteract the cold. In individuals with cryophobia, these physiological responses are amplified, often triggered by even the slightest drop in temperature or the mere anticipation of cold. The body misinterprets harmless stimuli, such as a cool breeze or a chilled drink, as imminent threats, sending out a surge of anxiety and fear that can be overwhelming and difficult to control. This heightened state of alertness can lead to a cycle of fear and avoidance, where the individual becomes increasingly sensitive to cold and more likely to experience intense fear responses. Understanding these physiological responses is crucial for developing coping mechanisms and treatment strategies. By recognizing the body's natural reactions to cold and addressing the exaggerated fear response, individuals can begin to regain control over their physical sensations and manage their phobia. Techniques such as gradual exposure to cold, cognitive behavioral therapy, and relaxation exercises can help desensitize the body and mind to cold stimuli. Additionally, educating individuals about the normal physiological responses to cold can demystify the experience and reduce the fear associated with it. For instance, understanding that shivering is a natural way for the body to generate heat can help individuals feel more in control and less frightened by their symptoms. Deep breathing and mindfulness techniques can also be effective in managing the anxiety that accompanies cryophobia. By focusing on the breath and staying present in the moment, individuals can reduce the intensity of their fear response and prevent it from escalating. Over time, with consistent practice and support, individuals with cryophobia can learn to tolerate cold temperatures without experiencing overwhelming fear. This journey requires patience and persistence, but the rewards of overcoming such a debilitating fear are immense. By understanding the physiology of cold fear and implementing effective coping strategies, individuals can reclaim their lives and enjoy activities that were once overshadowed by their phobia. The path to overcoming cryophobia is challenging, but with the right tools and support, it is entirely achievable.